Good morning, second graders. Welcome back. We are going to start our first day of Unit 4 today. Our focus in Unit 4 for Foundations is going to be around suffixes. So today we're going to review the suffixes that you learned in first grade. I want to remind you, second graders, that we're going to start reviewing these suffixes and we're going to remember the vocabulary words to use when we're talking about those word endings. And that's exactly what a suffix is. It is a word ending. So what happens is you have your base word. So let's say I build my base word. I'm going to build the word map. And when I build that word, second graders, I'm using my regular sound cards because that's the word. So I want you to remember that word, base word. That's the word all by itself. Suffixes are the parts that you add on to the end of the word. So if I build that word map, I'm talking about one map. But if I add an ending to that word, in fact, if I add the suffix s, that makes the word plural. That means more than one. So when I add the suffix s to an end of a word, I'm making it plural. That means I'm making it more than one. So if I change the word to maps, now I have more than one map. Maybe I have a map to the store and a map to my friend's house and a map around the amusement park. So that suffix s changes the word to be a plural. Let's say I build the word ring. I'm using my glued sound ing, and I want to have more than one ring to have fancy fingers. Now I add my s on the end, and I have made that plural, rings. Ring is the base word. Rings is the suffix. But when I say that word rings, can you hear that the suffix makes a different sound? It says z. For that word map, when I built that word map and I added the suffix on the end, it was maps. So the suffix s has two sounds to it. It makes both words plural, meaning there are more than one, but maps sounds like an S and rings sounds like a Z. So you have to be careful when you're listening and trying to tap, because when you hear a Z sound and you know you're talking about more than one, you're going to be adding the suffix S. Let's look at another suffix. I'd like you to think about this word, box. Again, if I build that word, this is just one box. I ordered some shoes, they came in a box. But second graders, if I want to have more than one box, I don't add an S. There are some words where in order to make it plural, you have to add an ES to the ending. That's this word. Instead of adding an S to make it plural, you add an ES suffix. ES says is. So this word, the base word is box, and the suffix es says is. So when we say the word, we say boxes. There's a rule, second grader, on it tells you what letters the word end in to decide whether you're going to add an es or an s. So here's what I'm going to tell you. Es is used to make words plural if they end with the letter S, CH, SH, X, or Z. So if I spell the word bench, that ends with a CH. So I'm going to remember that rule. B, N, then I have my ch. If it ends with a CH, I have to use that suffix ES, benches. And when I talk about that, second grader, when I say that this suffix ES, it makes this sound, I-Z. That's the sound it makes. So we say benches. Even though it's an ES, it doesn't sound that way. So the suffix ES can sometimes trick you. So what we're going to remember is plural, you add either S or ES. So these are these two suffixes here, right at the top. We're going to add S or ES to make a word plural, meaning more than one. But you have to decide if it's going to be an S on the end or an ES. One more time, you add an ES if the word ends with an S, a CH, an SH, an X, or a Z. If a word has those letters at the end, like box ended with X, we added ES. Bench ended with CH, we add an ES. Let me show you another one or another example. If I have ending in SH, like the word wish, w, I, sh, I have to add an ES at the end. So second graders, we're going to be doing lots of syllable suffixes this week. We're going to be doing all of the ones you see listed here. These are all review. So we're going to be doing some each day. For today, you're going to practice with the suffix ES and the suffix S to make words plural, which means more than one. So after you watch my video right now, you're going to then click on the seesaw activity so that you can show your understanding of using S and ES to make words plural. I'll see you soon for reading.